Hi everyone, and welcome to today's General Hospital recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Today we got to see where Anna lives. Oh, one second, there we go, a little bit more stable. Okay, so today we got to see where Anna lives because I could not figure out where they were, but let's get right to it. So at Anna's place, Emma is trying on all her different Halloween costumes because she couldn't pick just one, so Anna got her a whole bunch and they're just going to return whatever one she doesn't like. And Paul shows up in a scary mask and he wants to talk about Carlos Rivera. He takes the mask off, he just scares Emma with it. And she says that so Anna's like, well, I was just looking for closure. Like, that's why I was asking questions about Rivera. And Paul takes a picture of Emma in her Eevie costume, like, with Anna, and I just think that whole thing's kind of creepy. And, like, if he does anything to hurt Emma, I will not be happy. I don't think any of us will be happy. We riot. Sounds good. So Paul gets her to admit that she was suspicious of the autopsy report, and she doesn't think that the body is even Carlos Rivera. I'm like, Anna, you are saying way too much right now because there's no reason you should know otherwise. You know what I mean? And Paul counters her, and she pushes right back. Like, Anna's amazing, but she needs to calm down. Well, not like calm down, but she needs to like take a step back and like think about this because I think she's letting too much go. At the Quartermaines, Sabrina turns down Michael's proposal. He's confused and wants to know why she turned him down. She says it's because it's so fast and they just moved in together like literally 5 minutes ago, and she doesn't think they're a strong enough couple yet. He's really pushing it, which is not, I don't like to see Michael doing stuff like that because he's better than that. But she says she doesn't want to get married just because she's pregnant. Like, that's not a good enough reason. So Monica is back. Yay! Just in time for the Jason reveal. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry, I got excited for a second. So her and Tracy barge in on their conversation, and Tracy spills about Sabrina and Michael's baby. Monica's so happy for them. Tracy keeps trying to bring the conversation back to Sonny and the mob and that whole deal. So Tracy brings up how Michael's involved in Sonny's business, and everyone gets like really flustered, and Michael's like, no, I'm not, and blah, 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 blah. Like, it just kind of Quartermaine spirals out. But Monica then asks Sabrina when she's due, and Sabrina like kind of gets like really uncomfortable. She says she needs to get air, and she runs outside. At the floating rib, Hayden and Nicholas are on a date, and Sam comes in, and Nicholas feels the need to confront her. So he threatens to press charges for the breaking and entering and illegal hacking, and she threatens him right back because he violated Jake's rights by having the DNA test run. So Sam tells them that Jake decided to back off, so Nicholas has nothing to worry about anymore. So good. And Nicholas bought the story about them giving up on Jake's identity, which is music to my ears. So then there's this whole conversation about how between Hayden and Nicholas about how Nicholas will probably sit alone at the wedding because he has no friends. And Hayden offers, I'm literally not kidding, like that's the conversation. And Hayden offers to go. So Nicholas isn't ready to define the relationship. And normally I wouldn't have an issue with that because obviously to each their own, but like, obviously, you know why I take an issue with that, because he's just manipulating her and keeping an eye on her, and he tried to have her killed. Maybe that's your relationship. So she really wants him to take her to the wedding anyway, and she says she wants to have fun again, and it doesn't matter that it's Liz and Jake's wedding. She would want to go if it was anyone's wedding, because she wants to dance. And he agrees to take her. And that's literally how the conversation went, like, just like that. I'm not even exaggerating. At the hospital, Olivia tells Dante and Lulu that she and Julian came to an agreement for sharing custody, and she asked them to be Leo's godparents. They say yes. Lulu's a lot more exuberant about it because like leading up to it, Olivia's going on about how Dante has morals and ethics and people thinks it's the same thing, but it's not. And just going on about how what a wonderful father he is, what a wonderful husband he is. And like the man can't look more guilty. Like I would feel bad for him if he didn't cheat on his wife. But like you want to feel bad for him, you really do, but then you pull yourself back. And they're happy. Oh, I put this in the wrong I put this in the wrong thing, so that's all I have for that. At Alexis and Julian's, Alexis is helping Julian with the baby, because they have Leo. Sam and Lucas come over, and Julian comes into the room with Leo. Here's this part. They're happy for him, and they're in disbelief. They're impressed that he forgave Olivia, and worked out a custody agreement. So then Olivia comes over to, you know, check out the house, you know, obviously see where her baby's going to be spending half his time. And she addresses the elephant in the room with Sam and Lucas, and they're just like, we're glad Leo's okay, and we're glad this all worked out. So it actually, for a soap opera, it went pretty swimmingly. Like, a little too swimmingly. At the Haunted Star, Maxie shows Dylan the check from Nina, and she says she won't give it. She says she won't give it to him until he tells her the secret about Dante. He says fine, but he wants to show her something first. And she's like, well, how do I know what you're going to tell me? Like, basically, it got brought up that he actually has something, he has something to show her or tell her about Dante. You know, it's not just like showboating. But first he wants to show her something, and he put together the video for the party that's kind of like teasing the movie, but it's like still a work in progress, so he just wants to show it to her. Maxie hates how her hair looks in the video. She feels like she has Donald Trump hair. She doesn't, but it's how she feels. And Dylan and Maxie leave the room, and Dante and Lulu walk in. Dante catches Dylan zooming in on the video he's editing, and it's of Lulu because she had walked in the shot, and Dante takes issue with it, of course. And then him and Dylan kind of get into like a back and forth argument, and Dylan's like, well, maybe I changed my mind about telling Lulu the whole thing, like, you don't know. So then Maxie tells Lulu about her deal with Dylan, the check for the secret, and Lulu says there's nothing to know because she asked Dante point blank, and he said, there is no secret, and Maxie's like, yeah, actually there is something, like, there's something. At the end, Emma comes back down, and Anna throws Paul out, thank goodness. Michael apologizes for putting too much on Sabrina, and Monica's just so happy that AJ and Jason are living on, and I'm like, you have no idea, at least on one half of that. And Spinelli texts Sam that he just had a giant step in IDing Jake. Hayden says to Nick, who knows, maybe my memory will come back and I'll remember who Jake is during the ceremony. And I'm like, yes, please. Oh my goodness. We don't even need Hayden because it's gonna happen. I'm so excited. Maxie tells Lulu Dylan has something on Dante. Dylan tells Dante he's gonna tell Lulu. So this will be very interesting tomorrow. I think it's gonna come out on Halloween in the video in front of all those people. Oh my goodness. Okay. But in any event, thank you so much for watching today's recap. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It means so much. And I will see you tomorrow for more Drama Hospital. Bye.